Alright, hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Miss Mo. I have my window open because it's very hot in this apartment. So y'all already know the drill. Y'all gonna be hearing stuff from outside, but focus on me. Focus on me. So in this video, and this might be like a quick video, but I was just thinking about I feel like I mentioned this before. How so much pressure on men to dictate our actions so much. And I was thinking about this because I was just thinking about, I don't know what brought it up, but I was thinking about when I would argue, not when I would argue, but when me and my siblings would argue, and like my sister would probably say something hurtful to my brother. And it didn't seem like it impacted him that much. Like it probably made him upset, but I feel like not in the same way as when my brother would say something to make fun of my sister. And so, and then, but then it also got me thinking about like how men, boys to men, how their words hit us as women, as girls, so hard to the point that it truly dictates the way that we move. And so, and I will say that I feel like, but you got to be like, I feel like the thing is that you have to be like a certain type of woman, or like the way that you execute your words has to be like on point, to the point for it to like really sting a guy. Like you have to be either very important to that person, to that guy, or just what you saying just got to hit, not regardless of how you look. Um, or your looks can play a factor. But I feel like for girls and for women, it doesn't it doesn't matter if the guy is unattractive or very attractive. If they say something negative, or if they say something that like a critique or something, like it just shatters our confidence so much. And it's just like, bruh, why? And not only does it shatter our confidence, but like again, like I said before, it dictates how we move so much. Like, for example, I remember, so I curse a lot. I use profanity a lot. Um, Started at a young age, still do it now. I think it's just I think I think profanity, there's artistry to the word. I know people may not feel that way, but there's artistry to the word in terms of what it does for storytelling, and so or for expressing emotions. Like, what the hell hits different than what the heck, you know? So, um, yeah. So, but I was in college and I was using profanity. I was saying something like "fuck this" or whatever. I was saying something, and this guy was like, it was unladylike to use profanity. And in my mind, I was like, boy, shut the fuck up. Like, what you talking about? Um, and like, but that whatever that person said or the way they said, I don't know exactly how they said it, but it was along those lines of basically like it's unladylike for you to be using profanity, and that really kind of like it stuck with me to the point where I was like even more conscious about how I use profanity, but um, how guys would perceive me. Because I guess when a young lady or when a woman or a girl use profanity, I don't know, maybe it comes off as aggressive. Maybe profanity is only meant for guys or boys or like masculine. Like, I don't know, but I felt like from that point on, and because it was in college that I started to get into dating. And so I feel like from that point on, I was just like very, I was really taming my tongue, and not to be respectful towards the person, but just so I didn't come off as too aggressive for any guy that I was talking to at the time. And so it's just like situations like that where it's just like when a guy says something, it it has just like an ongoing like ripple effect on the female. Whereas, but when a female says something, it doesn't seem like it hits that hard to the point where a guy changes or a boy changes their behavior, unless those circumstances that I gave earlier. So that I was just thinking about that and just like, I feel like we give too much focus, too much attention to the opinions of others in general. But I think that for like as females, we give too much attention to the opinions of males. I know that there's a lot of reasons. I mean, I feel like the main reason for that is because we are taught that a man should pick us. So we should behave in a way, or we should not only like just pick us, but like we're constantly being taught that, we're the prize or in a way, and not in a bad way, but just like, but if you're the prize, it's like you have no choice in a way. And maybe I should say that. I feel like we are constantly taught that as girls and as women and ladies that we have no choice when it comes to picking our partners or picking the person that we want in our lives. Like it's pretty much, if this person chooses me, I will go with them. If this man wants to marry me, I will go with them. If this boy wants to go out with me, I will go with them. It's never a no. Let me be choosy. Let me see if I want to be with you. Let me see if we actually fit together instead of you deciding whether or not we fit together. Um, and I just feel like, yeah, I mean, like we're just constantly taught that, like somebody has to choose us. Um, and so I don't know if with these new age young ladies, the the pronoun advocate generation, that sounds so old. But I don't know how to like classify them. Like I feel like a pronoun advocate, that seemed like a good classification because I mean my name is like, you know, I've been called a that, a what is that, because people don't know whether or not I'm a male or a female. So like I grew up like not necessarily constantly defending my pronouns, but just like understanding that, it is what it is. Like if they said something really out of pocket, then we'll just have a problem. But like, oh, you think I'm a boy? Oh, okay, whatever. So going back to what I was saying, like with this pronoun advocate generation, um, I wonder if that's going to change. Like if they will stop putting so much weight on the words of men. Because when you think about it, and like growing up with a brother, and being a tomboy, and like hanging out with guys, like, and then being with a partner, you just realize that people are just people. Like they can change their mind, they can say shit, like just the way that I can say shit, they can say shit. Like, and sometimes they forget what they said. Um, Sometimes they probably said stuff out of frustration. They didn't really mean to be hurtful. Sometimes they do mean to be hurtful. Like, like people are just, people. So I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that big of a deal to put so much weight on their words, um, and the way that they think about you. I mean, I know that this is kind of like, yeah, duh, we know this, but like in practice, it's kind of hard to not, to not put so much weight on what people say and what they think about you. But I just think that, we need to teach ourselves that, especially when it comes to like how, especially when it comes to like how guys and boys interact with girls and women, like we don't need to get so offended when they say things. Like we don't need to take so much stuff to heart because it's not that deep. Like because your words can sting too, and it may just come down to the fact that they probably don't show it. And like you over here crying or upset about what this guy has said or what your partner has said or what your or what these people have said about you, and it's like, why you put so much weight on the words of man? Like it don't matter. It really don't matter. Like that shouldn't stop you from being the best version of yourself. Um, yeah. So that is all for this video. This was really like somewhat of a rant, but I'm just thinking about that, and I've got plenty of situations where I put the words of man, of boys, so high to the point that it really dictated my behavior, and not in a good way. It was always in an unhealthy way. And it's like, why? Like, why do that to yourself? Like, these people don't know what they talking about. They don't know. Like, sometimes their critiques can be helpful. Okay, that person's critique about me using profanity, that wasn't helpful because when that person would be going around um, pretending to be like super feminine and all that other stuff, I ain't say nothing because that's your business. Like, I ain't say nothing about like, I don't think you're ever gonna really find a partner, a female partner, behaving like that. I didn't say anything about that because that's not my business. If that's how you choose to play around, then play how you play, sir. And if I choose to use profanity, then let me use profanity. I don't think you less of a man because you want to act more feminine, just like you shouldn't think me less of a woman because I may be showing masculine traits by using profanity. When at the end of the day, I'm a human being and shit just be fucked up. So why can't I say it like that? But yeah, but that's all for this video. You can leave your comments below about like situations if you want to share, but situations in which like you let the words of a man or a woman, you let somebody else's words dictate your behavior so much. Like, and when you think about it, it's like, why'd you even do that? So yeah, if you want to share your story with me, you can always email me at mozoloveinc@gmail.com. Or you can leave a comment in the comment section below. All right.